what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
The lads.
Fella.
My man, curfew calls us back.
I've missed these, man. You know what, Uppy? Like, I wish we could do a curfew call like every week, but there's just so much shit going on in NHL, right? That it's like,
Yeah.
we're trying to keep up and be up to date for our listeners and the fellas out there, but these are our favorite.
Well, yeah, we can launch these whenever we want. We can launch them off a building. We can launch them fucking, you tossing your girlfriend off the patio. You can fire out the curfew call same time.
Lock your girl out. Hey, change the locks on your girl and just sit back and listen to a curfew call.
Hey, you can when you're sitting there and you're tired, you're hung titty, you got your dog on your lap.
Titty.
No, but you can put on a curfew call because it's evergreen.
When's the last time you were just fucking hung? Like, I mean, when you woke up and you're just like, oh.
I mean, buddy, you got to understand. So, like,
I don't understand.
When you come home, at 4 in the morning, and your kids immediately wake up. Like, I mean, 4:15, they're up crying, and you gotta fucking go, and you don't sleep. You are just forced to just fucking like make coffee, put Bailey's in it, maybe a little shot of whiskey, and just keep her going. You just can't. You have no other option. You can't just like take a Zanbone and fucking pass out because it's done. You're done. Your kids will be fucking shitting all over the place. They'll be crawling out of the crib. They'll be fucking,
I need
it's
some
bad.
I need some Zanphones. I need some Zanphones. Hey, no, but when's the last? Okay, the last time
like really.
I think the last time I can remember you being hung titty, like hung, was in Cabo with Billy before Beckham was born. But I think you might have had a touch of the old Mexican.
Oh yeah. Oh, I did.
Was that hung
stomach?
You were.
Oh no, I was like, it was like a puke and rally. Like
you were as white as that
ghost.
golf bag.
Yeah, that wasn't hung titty. That was the Monzuma.
Monzuma.
I think that was the revenge.
The drunkest I've ever seen you was at Gaza Ranch when we had to share a room at Manchester's.
Oh, yeah.
And you were puking in the bathroom and you're just like, fuck, sorry, Obs. Oh, like, fella, get it out of you. But I'm just trying to think the last time I seen you, like, where you're like, oh, like, fuck, I'm hurting. Like, are you hurting and you can just power through it and not show the hurting?
No.
Or you're just telling me that you just keep drinking, you don't get hungover.
No, there's something about like the minute you decide that whatever hurt is put on your body, whether it's in your mind or in your stomach or your asshole or your headache, whatever the case may be, your back, they all come into a factor, right? When you're hung titty, it hurts. Yeah. But the moment you let that hurt say, I'm done, I'm on the couch, or I'm done, I'm not getting up, I'm not answering my phone. Then you decide, and you're giving in to the power of the hang.
The hang.
Of the hung.
You got a good hang. You had a good hang going.
You had a good hang. Now, but if you can just say, fuck, this hurts. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fucking get up and I'm going to order a nice fucking egg sandwich. I'm going to order a nice egg sandwich. I'm going to have a fucking coffee.
Take a couple vitamins and marinate on the couch.
I'm going to get out the jerkins. Whatever the case may be, you decide that you're not going to let this take you over. You'll be shocked at where your body can go from there. You'll be shocked at how like mentally you can conquer the hung and the hang.
Yeah,
it's something I think I've semi-mastered.
No,
you
haven't semi-mastered it. You've mastered it.
I
put you up against anybody in the whole world, and I would put you up against Tom Doherty and like a member guest for 4 days of drinking, golfing, and just continuing the power.
Just rocking. Yeah.
Listen,
Mac L.
Well, Mac L, yeah.
But like what Mac L doesn't get hung titty, right?
The most I've ever seen Mac L hung titty. It was right after we lost Jimmy. He was living on Begonia at Beatty's old pad. And me and him at my old place on Jasmine, I opened up a bottle of whiskey and I said, this is for Broadway. Let's just fucking go here. And we drank a bottle and a half. And I went over to his house the next day in the afternoon for dinner and he was sitting there. Like,
okay, maybe
that's the only time I've ever seen him like where he's like, fuck Obs.
Yeah, so whiskey I think would be the deciding factor. Like I like old fashions, but if you sat and drank Jameson bottle, just straight.
Drank. It was not. No, it was nicer than Jameson. It was Whistle Pig.
Oh, Whistle Pig, yeah.
Crushed it.
But I think you put yourself on more of the spectrum of this is gonna hurt the next day, right? Like,
would you say
stick to like gin and tonics, or if you stick to wine?
Would you say when me and you go out that I drink more than you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But
Like, how much more do you think I drink?
I think it's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good amount.
So
I
you
would
think
say
that-
I would say for it's probably at least
2 to 1.
At least 2 to 1, which isn't a your bigger guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm drinking, let's say 2 or 3 to 1 to you.
Yeah.
Now, there's a few other things that take place, but like, I think that's why my hangovers are so like just.
Yeah, it has to be.
But listen, I let the hang take me over.
I know. See, and that's fine.
No, I don't know if it is fine, but I physically cannot move, and I won't even FaceTime my girl. Like, she knows when I'm hungover. I won't even FaceTime. I just say, baby, I'm hung. I'm not going to do it. So
Yeah, well, I know that feeling because sometimes I try to call you to get you up to go for like a Cassidy's burger, and it's just not happening.
no, Alex, go.
Where me, I think going for that Cassidy's burger and that beer is one of the best things you can do.
Yeah, but
You're
then I'm
hung.
drunk again.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm drunk again. That's
the fun part.
What I think with that though is, for me personally, is I'm just prolonging my hangover. Now I've bumped it another day, right? Now I have, because I go to Cassidy's, I have 1, I have 2, I have 3. I'm right back into it. Now I'm back into, like, I don't want to go back to sleep. I want to get fucking drunk. So now instead of being hung on, instead of having a nice hang on Sunday, now I got the hang on Monday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, the hang, you got to just embrace the hang.
You got to remember, like, when you got to go back to like, okay, let's go to Cassie's, have a burger roll. We're there for 2 hours. You got to go back to the kids. Well, now I'm at the point of, no return. I have no responsibilities. So my responsibility to myself is to continue to get drunk. And now I'm hung Monday.
Yeah.
The hang's coming eventually. Not to you.
And I think the secret is either being vertical or being horizontal. Like
I'm horizontal and vertical.
Well, if you
Because
get
I got
the
a
gummies-
Cialis boner going.
Yeah, if you get the gummies going, you're good. But listen, if you decide for a minute that horizontal is the way that you're going to rock and roll for the day, it's done. And that's just across the board, anyone. But the minute you go, okay, I'm upright, I'm going to go like do something. I might get some fresh air. I might go fucking jump on a Duffy boat. I might go to Cassidy's, sit on a bar stool, drink, watch some sports. If you can get vertical, I think you save your day.
There's no way you can get vertical without drinking still. You got to keep drinking.
Yeah,
You got to.
you get a sauna, you jump in the pool, like you do your thing.
And you start drinking again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know that's how you do it. I mean, listen, I'll get up, I'll be in one, I'll jump in the pool behind my place. Then, depending on how the day goes, I usually drag my fucking big ass to the spa. And
that's different. I think this spa is a nice touch.
the sounds that these guys are hearing, these old guys are hearing, me coming at them.
Oh, I've heard.
They're like, there's a rhinoceros back there. Listen, I wanted to ask you this too. Unless you got 2 beautiful kids, you're a great father, you got a great family. What's the one thing that you could just be, and it's not about like being single, like what's the one thing you met that you like, if you're partying or you're drinking, that you're just like, fuck, I wish I could wake up the next day and have no responsibilities? Or what is it? Because like I look at the fact that like I'm the only guy that doesn't have kids anymore, and there's some days where I'm like, I could have used a little more responsibility today. I got really nothing to do. But what is it as is there anything like that you would?
Yeah. I think it's for me. You know me, probably better than most. It's the fact that I gotta be home at a certain time. Like I have to be. I have to be home because my fucking I got a babysitter.
Yeah.
One. I got a nanny or my mother-in-law or someone's staying at my house and they can't live there. So I got to get home. Like,
Yeah.
Christina's not going to be happy if I don't come home.
Yeah. You have to. You have
But like, I did not have to ever come home. I could go out for a week.
Yeah.
I could just see you later. I'm going to fucking Vegas or I'm going somewhere. Like, so the fact that you need to be home for your kids. Now, when you wake up with your kids and whether you decide let's horizontal and watch fucking, Lion King for the 45th time.
Yeah.
You can do that and you can cuddle and you can be, be like the comfy dad.
And that's what it
The
is.
young titty dad.
And that's what it is. And that's my biggest scare for me. And not that I even do a whole, I mean, you do more with 2 kids than I do with no kids, but like, I got a great girl now, Mac Miller and whatever, but like, the fact of like, if I want to just go somewhere, I can.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I've had for my whole entire life. That's like, once you have a kid or, get married, then that's over.
Yeah. I will say this one more thing. Yeah, I totally get it. But the one thing that I would have trouble with is having to do that hung titty daddy duty by yourself.
I couldn't do it.
By yourself. You need to have a teammate. Like, it is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Especially if you're both.
You're playing man on man. If you do it by yourself, you got to
you got
to
totally. You're just getting the puck out and then just chasing.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. You need like that hungover partner to at least get to like a level of the efficiency of one human being.
Yeah.
Because if you're both fucking in one, it's just one person in one trying to manage the two kids. It's fucking it's on.
I remember this. I don't know if you remember this drive. When we went down to play Torrey Pines when Loops ever came to play. You were dating a chick at the time, and you were like, it might have been Mel, or you're like, you know what, Holmes? It's just I like my fucking freedom. Yeah. Like, I remember you saying, like, you know what, Holmes? Like,
Well,
I like
couldn't come.
I like my freedom.
Yeah, because he decided like he was going to let the girl decide, take over his day of golfing, with us. And
No, I know.
That's just not what you got to have happen at this stage of your life.
Yeah, no, definitely at that stage of his life. But yeah, I think that's the thing that's like, for me at 40 still is like, once that freedom's, but you find ways around it.
Yeah, no, but
At some point you have to be there because you have responsibilities that are greater than yourself. You have kids.
Yeah.
That you have to be there.
Yeah. And at some point you like the responsibility of like the watching them grow or like teaching them something new or, the whole thing about dad.
I've seen through you.
Yeah.
When, we had the Hall Pass Christmas party and Beckham was following you around. Like, he wouldn't leave your side. I'm like, fuck, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right? And
and as he's playing like
this, and he's saying like hockey.
He loves hockey.
He just like was attached to you. And like, I've seen, you sent videos of him, you and him. That's all great. But there's also responsibility that comes along with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's back, like, you got to get the puck out. You got to be in position. You got to block that shot. Or you're not fucking playing. Or you're not playing. That's just the way it is.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's
playing the real life game of 5-on-3.
Yeah, let me ask you another thing here that we're on relationship. My girl, she's got a cat.
Ooh, that did not fly with me.
And
I'm allergic to fuck.
The cat, I'm not allergic. The name's Truffle. It's a good cat. It's a good cat.
Name.
But like, cat.
I know. Yeah, would she want to bring the cat to Newport? Or?
Well, listen, we were talking about maybe, maybe she's gonna, she wants to come out here and maybe do some real estate stuff, and she's a great girl. I'm very lucky. I'm trying to be as, what's the word? Welcoming.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah.
But the cat.
I'd say leave the cat in Wichita.
You say leave
personally.
Now listen, if I say leave,
turn the cat into a farm cat.
If I say leave the cat Wichita, I think am I not opening up a
You think you're getting off on the wrong paw?
I think it's on the wrong paw. It's a tough start. But listen, I don't.
Are you a cat guy?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not. I don't mind this cat when I go visit her. The cat's fine. I go see it for a couple of days. It's fine. Cat's fine. But now we're talking about, now you got a litter box in your house. Now there's a big box of shit living in your house. I don't want that there.
Yeah, you could just get Chase Brogan. He was running Pretty Litter. So I mean, he's the cat guy. He sells pussy. Makes money out of pussy.
Does it take the smell of shit away?
Yeah, it actually shows when it changes color when the cat goes piss. So you got to change it.
Wow.
So before it really starts to stink, the fucking litter is different color, and you change it.
Let me ask you about this, because this is my Mac Miller doesn't listen to the pod, so that's okay. This is my plan. Now, this is a big step for me, too, if this does happen, but like...
Let the cat out and just let it run away.
Throw it on a fucking boat.
Hey, jump on this bus here, cat.
Hey, get on this little floating device. Put it right in the harbor. Hey, she ends up in Tijuana. Fucking thing's gone. No, you say, hey, listen, it's, maybe the cat stays in, Wichita.
Yeah.
And, maybe we get a dog. Maybe we just start this off with a dog.
Dogs.
Now,
I love my dog.
Now I got a dog. Now I'm a guy with a dog. Do I want to be that guy? I'm still not sure.
Yeah, you hang over. This is the thing about you. You're at home enough. Dog will be your best buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's if you're a guy that
at home enough, you sit on the couch enough that the dog will be your...
No, that's the thing. Dogs like their companion, especially the certain dogs that are home dogs. And I'm sure you're not going to get one that's just a full maniac and needs to be like run, 40 hours a week.
Basset Hound.
Yeah, you want a dog that likes to sit on the couch, likes to hang, likes to cuddle, likes to eat, take a fucking big old shit.
If he likes to cuddle, then why do I need a girlfriend? I mean,
Yeah,
I just said,
that's
sorry, Mac Miller, you're out.
Oh, no,
I'll get the dog.
And they're cheaper.
Fuck.
They're not cheap, but they're cheaper than girlfriends.
But another thing about a dog, right? See, another
And they don't complain. Unless they need to really take a shit.
My dad used to say, like, this Finnegan, I come home every day, he's sitting right there, ready for me, smile, and comes, lays with me, doesn't say a word.
Yeah.
Doesn't button me. Best friend you give my dad, eh? You say, that's the best friend you can get. That's the best friend you can get right there.
Pitter knows.
That's the best friend you can get right there. Pitter's got great lines. And listen, Pitter, he talks a big game, but him and my mom have been married forever. But he said, I've been married, 30-some years. He's like, you only get 25 years for murder in this country. You only get 25 years for murder in this country. But another thing about a dog, though, this is like a dog. It's a Phil episode we're doing here, not a curfew's call. Then if you want to go on a trip, let's say, and listen, these trips are few and far between, but hey, let's go. We're going to Cabo to play Chileno, Aldo. Now you got to make sure the dog, But
Yeah,
I guess if you have
a
a
good
girlfriend,
dog.
you leave the dog.
Yeah, but if it's got good hygiene and you teach it some morals,
Yeah.
there's going to be, a lineup of chicks that want to take it for the weekend.
Yeah, then maybe it's good too if you're like, hey, babe, we both can't leave. Someone's got to stay home with the dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to I'm going to Cabo.
Yeah,
I'm going to Cabo.
But you could even, depends how you get into Cabo. You can even bring the dog to Cabo.
Bring the dog.
No?
Bringing the dog?
You can. That little basset hound, he'd probably fit under your seat.
I just see with your dog too that it's always like when we're on a fellow tour or something, like I miss my dog. I got to go get my dog. Yeah. Right? So now it's like, I guess what I'm saying is I've been so I don't want to call myself selfish, but like so self in habitat? No,
No, you've been living life to the fullest for yourself.
live life selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish. I guess I am selfish.
No, but it's not it's not used in this case as something wrong.
Yeah.
You've been selfish for the way that you want to, not fuck around with another human being or a dog.
Yeah.
You've been looking after yourself, which is important. If everyone did that, fucking the world would be pretty good.
You make a good point though. Like the amount of time I spend at home now on the couch.
Yeah, dog would be your best dog.
Dog would be my best friend. So maybe that's how I say, hey, Mac Miller, listen. Hey, why don't we just get it?
Yeah, get a dog.
Let's just one step at a time, eh? Let's see. Let's just make sure I get to.
There is a little responsibility. You gotta
There's a lot of responsibility.
You gotta take him away. You can't have him shitting all over the place.
No, he's not good. Listen, if I get the dog, it's going to be well behaved.
Yeah.
Tough love.
Yeah, I told him.
All right, Updogg. Kyle Morgan. This is your first curfew call. This is how it kind of goes. Maybe Updogg get a little off topic, but let's start with a caller here. We're fired up for this.
Fellas, hey, it's Andrew, originating from Philly, but living out here in beautiful Newport Beach now. I met Uppy a little while back at Rothschild's and told him about the ridiculous story of my buddy's wedding that never was. So I'll try to tell it quickly here. I have a question at the end. But I flew back to Philly to be best man at this wedding. Got into town, hit McGillen's, followed by dinner with the wedding party. The night didn't end well. Argument broke out, let the groom go rogue. Found him hours later, early Friday morning, and he just turns to me and says, I'm not fucking doing this. The wedding's off. So that Friday was scramble mood, to say the least. I had to get him out of the hotel where all the families were staying and on and on and on. But a group of about 15 of us friends who came to town from all over for this wedding are now in Philly with zero plans. Needless to say, we had a hell of a time blowing off some steam. And I was seeing the ball well that night, as Obe says. But at the end of the night, we were walking home. I got into a little parkour challenge and hopped up onto a concrete planter. Jumped backwards off of it, didn't see where I was landing, and landed on the edge of the curb. Fib-tib, compound fracture. Crazy. You just put an exclamation point on an already ridiculous weekend. But fast forward to now, been out here healing up, haven't been on the ice much, but golf's my game now if you guys ever want to tee it up. But so we meet up at Rothschild's, and my friend, the groom, was with me out here with his new girl. His new wedding's coming up. I'm working on the speech now. I just wanted to see what you guys think as far as rules. I want to rib him a little bit about the first go-around without pissing off the new bride. So,
Lot to digest there.
Yeah, no, I remember now this story vividly. So this guy flew all his buddies back to Philly to get married, gets fucking pinned on a Friday night and says, fucking, I'm going rogue, doesn't come home. Obviously, we just talked about not coming home. This is the one thing I used to enjoy.
Yeah.
And he goes rogue. And see, this is why I get scared of getting married too. I don't know. I think I might have a panic attack, and then next thing you know, I'm jumping off.
Yeah. Next
fucking,
you're in Tijuana, fucking.
Yeah, I'm jumping off a building, and not jump off a building, but
Yeah.
I hit the curb and break my leg type thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, the moral of this story is, what the fuck is he doing getting married again? I remember talking to this guy. I looked at him. I said, this just happened and now you're getting married again?
I know.
What, do you want to go rogue again on your buddies?
Some of these guys are lovers. You know what I mean? They're just lovers. It's just
I
crazy.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. I used to tell guys I played with, right? Like, they had these like hot, pro athletes. A lot of the guys had hot girlfriends. It comes with the territory. It's why you work so hard to get there. But I'm like, I know you got
better than this.
Yeah, I know you love this girl right now, and like you wanted everything to keep her happy. But like how you act right now, think about the guy in 5 years when you want to go away and you want to just have a good time. But you set the record that this is how it's going to be. You always got to ask her what you got to do. You always call and check in. Careful. Like, try to think big picture. I think maybe this guy finally realized, like, to the bitter end, like, what am I doing?
Yeah, no, maybe it was the right call. Like, this is something we don't really know, right? Maybe the first one was just it was painful. Maybe it was kryptonite.
Why do it?
And I know, but maybe the new one is she's an angel. Maybe she came and saved his ass. Maybe she gives good hum daddies. There's probably a lot that goes into this. But I mean, fuck. To do that and not give yourself a little bit of freedom and a little bit of breathing space to you self-evaluate, hell just happened.
Yeah.
And then just to go right back in it. I mean, yeah, without saying names, but our best friends who just go one to the next. It's you never have time to either, let's just say, heal from the one before, or just self-soothe and find happiness within yourself.
Well,
you go immediately into like just love again.
I know.
Is it love? I don't know if it's love.
It's more comfort than love.
Comfort. It's like a new duvet.
This is the thing about which is
like a nice pillow.
Nice
bed.
Which is one thing about me and you is that we were single for so long, right? And that we've been by ourselves. We were doing okay, obviously, but we've been single. We've done it. Like, some of these guys have never been by themselves. And a couple of my buddies I play golf with, I'm like, if you're going to do it, like, there's going to be some times where you're by yourself. Like, you got to be able to be alone.
Yeah.
I don't know if some guys can be alone. I just don't know if they can.
Yeah, no, but the guys, this is different. We're not talking about, someone that maybe has been married with kids and it's, something they're very used to.
Yeah.
And I think in this case, we got to create the separation. I'm talking about like the 25 to 30-year-old guy who is good looking, rich, and has fucking houses all over the world, and has access to the hottest and the hot.
Listen.
And it's in their DNA to just dive into like a relationship again. That to me that's like, it's wanting to play bad golf courses. And who wants to play a bad golf course?
Not me.
I want to play quality golf. I want to have fun doing it with my buddies. And just to know that there will be, there's going to be a good lie. There's going to be a cold beer on the turn, nice fucking hot dog.
A hot tub after that was so,
but with no repercussions.
So I got like, I got like, so
young again.
The wedding, first of all, Travis Green, my rookie year greener, who I absolutely love. He told me, whatever you do, like, when you don't tuck your girlfriend at night, like, don't be calling her every night and say goodnight, because then you're always so greener. Thank you for that. That was something I listened to my whole career. But I got some questions here. I wish we had Andrew on the line. Like, so I get it. He goes out, he gets pinned Friday night, Updogg. I look at you, I say, I can't do this. Now what? Does he leave town? Does he tell the bride? Does he just not?
Got out of the hotel, he said.
Got out of the hotel.
Then went on a bender again with the boys.
Okay.
I think.
Who tells the bride? No one?
I think it's up to the best man.
Tough job.
Tough. Well, that's what you're there for. Are you there to talk
just guy to stand beside the guy?
Oh, you're there to talk him off the ledge if it needs to happen.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Or you're there to help guide him up to it. If he's stage fright, but deep down he's your best man.
Yeah.
You're giving them the title best man, so he makes you a better man, and to make
better man,
but to make right decision. And if the right decision is to get pinned and not show up, that's the right decision. He's the guy that's gonna help you make that decision.
No, sometimes the booze will do talking to you. It's like back in the day when me and you had a chance to invest in like a weed growing company, and
So funny you asked that.
You're like,
I just had one today show up tits. It's 0.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
he's like, Updogg's like, what do you think we do about this? I'm like, let's get as baked as we possibly can. And me and you, I'll never forget it. We got just absolutely cooked, and we were just laughing, and we looked at each other, and you looked at me, you're like, there's no way we can do this. There's no way we're giving up this amount of money, like with no
shit,
anything
thank
coming
God.
back our way.
Yeah. Oh,
So sometimes the booze will talk to you, will give you the answer.
yeah, I agree.
Sometimes it's not the right answer. I've done some stupid shit and said some stupid shit pinned where I woke up the next day and be like, did I say that?
Yeah. Yeah. They so hard.
No. I mean, I get over it quickly. Certain people though that you say certain stuff, you're like, come on, I was drunk. That only goes so far. I'm talking more. Listen, fellas, I'm talking more about past relationships with girls. I don't really say much to my buddies, but where you wake up the next day, you're like, she's like, you know, you said last night.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
No, I didn't.
There was one girl, fucking, I'll even say her name, Megan Rossi, Megs. She used to video me, like when I was just, that's that shit. You know, she was sneaky about it, right? So like,
Oh, because you were just juiced.
I'm just licked.
Yeah.
And she's got the phone here, and I'm like, yeah, you know what?
Can I get those?
You know what, Max?
Fuck the-
You're lucky. Yeah.
I bet you Princey can find it.
You're lucky. You're lucky to be here. You fly around, like nice thing, like whatever, you know, just saying stupid shit like that. And then I'd wake up in the morning and, you know, I could just, yeah. And I'd be, hey, you remember what you said last night? I go, I did not say it.
Did she play the video?
I go, I did not say that.
Oh, she's like Sherlock Holmes.
I'm just fucking licked.
Yeah, I do. I mean, so that, you know, helped change you as a person. I'm sure, you know, the fact you used to get videotape pinned changed you. Maybe now you're more aware of it.
Yeah, no, I think so.
You know what I mean? I would think that's a...
Yeah, I still think it was just probably something she was doing, though. I think it was probably her fault. Sure.
Yeah, it depends.
I mean, I did...
She led you into that and then just started... She didn't record what she said. You know? She probably edited it.
I do remember literally picking a fight with her to go to London and France with you and Loop, so literally started a fight with her. Jumped on a plane the next day. I remember, like, day went by and she texted me. She's like, hey, do you want to talk? Like, I'm like, well, I'd like to talk, but I'm in London. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm in London with the Updogg. She's like, click, fucking hang on. And then I remember we get back from a 10-day bender or whatever, and I'm like, Loops is texting me. He's like, hey, you want to go grab some dinner? I'm like, I'm heading up to Long Beach. She's like, good luck. And I just remember Updogg the first time, I like the look on her face when I saw her. I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah. You were a good boy there, though. In London. You were good.
I mean,
No, you were.
I remember. I mean, not bad.
You weren't like us.
Wow. I mean, I was trying to keep up with you boys, but you were putting up numbers that were unattainable. They're just unattainable. Well, what's this bar in Philly? McGillicuddy's? Is that what it was called? Or
McGillicuddy's is in McGillicuddy's is in
or what is it called?
that's Milwaukee.
This bar.
This one's an old school bar in Philly.
McGillin's.
McGillin's. Yeah.
Good Irish pub?
Yeah. Old Irish pub, Philadelphia.
But I do. I'm with you about getting married. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get married, but I'm with you. Like, just imagine the night before, or even worse, you wake up that morning and you put on the tux and you're sitting there and you just look at I look at the Updogg and say, but I can't do this.
Can't do it. McGillin's by McGillin's.
Good spot.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Old school. I mean, it's fucking historic bar.
So you're telling me that if I was ever to get married and you and Loops were up there with me and I said, Updogg, I'm not doing it. I can leave town and you got to go out there and handle the shit?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
I think that's the rule.
Wow.
The guy
I
signs
didn't
up.
see that in the best man clause.
I mean, what are you going to let your dad do it or
I always thought you got to go out there and
do you just send a text?
just a video. Hey, I do a video, you hold it up. Hey, I always just got something to say here.
Well, I mean, we had a buddy before that you know, sent out an email like weeks before the wedding says, I'm not doing it. I was like, I appreciate that.
Was it a proper email at least?
Yeah, it was a proper email. But you know, when someone sends that out and gives you at least a couple of weeks heads up, at least you didn't have to travel there. Totally. You know what I mean? Totally. So there was, but if the decision comes down to game time the night before and you're getting pinned,
This is a great point.
foot.
So let's say everyone flies into the wedding, right?
Yeah.
And you come to the conclusion like, fuck, I can't do it. Like, do you just still stay there and have a shaker?
Not if it's in Philly.
No,
If
but
it's in Philly, you get down.
Cabo or some destination trip, and it's like, I can't do it. You just talk to your fiance and say, "Oh, I blew it."
No, you're gone.
You're gone.
Like you're gone, as in like you don't make sure you see each other.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing on either end. Like if let's just be honest here. Sometimes it happens more of the girl to the guy,
I would say probably way more.
right? The guy's just like, fuck. She doesn't,
A girl, right? It's like, I don't want to.
Yeah. Let's be honest. That's probably more of what happens.
Yeah.
It's probably her maid of honor just talking her off the ledge. She's like, come on, you really want to do this? You can do better than this. We could be out just chasing, richer,
You said he never.
richer guys with better hair, nicer car,
You said he never goes down on you.
bigger muscles.
Never goes down on you or anything. You could be doing a lot better than this.
Yeah, totally.
I bet all the time.
So anyway, but 50-50, say it happened down the pipe, I think you got to get the hell out of there because there's going to be fights.
You take the boys and you say, "Let's go,"
Yeah,
or you just get it by yourself.
no, the boys are there. Again, you sign up, the best man and your groomsman, they're there for you.
Gotcha.
If you want to, if you want to call it off and you want to go get pinned, they got to be with you.
Listen, I thought if you got to call it off, that you have to go out there in front of everyone and be like, "Excuse me, I got something to say." So I love that you just said the best man out. He's like, "Hey, no. Oh, Updogg's out of here. So thanks for coming."
Do you mean if like everyone's at the wedding and then like,
Say we're at the wedding.
yeah, no, it's the best man. He comes and he secretly just goes across the aisle
To her.
to the girls, because she's the last one to ever come out down the aisle. She's inside with her dad, and don't piss off him.
So you just go back to
You go to the bridesmaids and you walk over and you go, there's a big issue.
say, "Hey, you look good, but by the way, we got an issue over here.
Big issue.
We got an issue."
Tony got really fucked up last night and he's not walking down the aisle, and I'm sorry, but I'm his buddy. I got to be there for him. This is it. I don't know what to tell you.
And what if she slaps you? You just take it. Right?
You got to take it.
Just take it.
Eat one.
You don't.
Well, yeah. Again, you sign up for a lot as the best man. Getting smacked. But I think that's probably the best way. Is there any movies like this where the guy doesn't show up and it's on who?
Listen, I'm going to say this because it's okay. I want Sex in the City too.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't show up and she comes out and hits him with the flowers.
Yeah. You watch Sex in the City too, eh? You watch a lot of movies. Holy.
Well, I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but
Good movie?
I have watched it. I'm not proud of that.
No, I wouldn't think you were. I know you don't act proud. You're not acting proud,
But you asked me. I have seen that. So, and then the wedding singer, she doesn't come.
yeah, that's the movie.
Adam Sandler just is like, they come and like, "Hey, sorry, she's not coming."
Yeah. Who said that to him?
I want to say it was
Like her dad?
her mom, maybe,
Yeah. See,
or his mom, or something.
see, usually it's the girl's parents like saying something, and it's to the groom because the groom's up there. The groom's up there, right? The groom stands up there and
up
waits. Well, when the girl doesn't show up, who comes and says it? It's probably the bridesmaid or the dad.
I'm sure Pinehurst is a nice golf course, but if your buddy gets fucked, you grab him, you say, "Let's go, Kyle, let's go. We're going to Cabo. Forget that. Forget that girl. You're better off." Moral of the story, don't get married.
Yeah.
Don't get
Well, until it's right
listen,
time.
I got a great girl right now. I'll be honest. I'm very lucky. It's nice to have someone. It's nice.
I hear you.
But,
Getting married is a big stretch.
well, listen, when it comes to your situation, like, I don't know if you need to walk down the plank or whatever, but you need to have a party of some sort here, right? Like, you need to use your situation as a reason for everyone to go where you'd like to go or do. And then we just go there and we have a party and you slip the ring on her finger or whatever. But you don't need to walk down the aisle like
Maybe
you
we'll
want.
go back to Mykonos where I met her.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. Like, unless, because Christine's already been married once, so maybe she doesn't want to do the whole.
No, we would do one night at Scorpios.
You guys should just get married if you wanted to. Like,
I don't, necessarily not want to, but again,
but we need to have
to put myself in the spot where I get, really anxious.
No, I know.
Freak
Yeah.
out.
But you need to have a celebration of it.
Yeah, totally. No, she deserves a ring. She's a great mom. She's a great girl. I love her to death. I'm going to get her a ring.
You are, eh?
I'm not going to use flowers.
Fuck, I hope not. Andrew, great call in. Updogg, that was great. Hope you guys enjoyed that, fellas. I'm going to read this one here. Bugsy Fella. This question: should Don Cherry be in the Hockey Hall of Fame? I can remember pubs in my town turning down the music and turning the TV up for 5 minutes just to listen to what he has to say. Rest in peace, Scoopsy. 100%.
That's a Canada bar for you.
Yeah.
Because that's the best part of the game was when Don Cherry and Coach's Corner had come out.
I'll say this. 100% he should be in.
Yeah.
And Princey does such a great job with our social media. And when we first started doing it, all I said to him was like, try not to make me look fat. Good luck with that. And let's try to get some Rock'em Sock'em stuff in there. Like let's get Grapes, and add Princey has taken it to a level that I mean, Rock'em Sock'em Saturdays. He does the openings of Hockey Night Canada. But yes, when Don Cherry used to speak, it was must-see TV.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. There was a clip that just came out about McSorley and Probert. He's like, look at that. Look at that. Oh, Marty's not done. Look at Marty. He had his helmet welded on. It was welded on, folks. Like, it was just like, it was unbelievable.
I know. You think he ad-libbed it all? You know what? That would be a great documentary. Think of all the old videos of Don Cherry that aren't
Where
right?
could you get
all that. Well,
could you get it anywhere?
I don't know, but like think of Netflix grabbing all the old videos of Don Cherry back in the day, of his coaching, of his childhood, the story, and then just the personality, the hockey personality. He's the biggest. He put hockey on the map.
Yeah,
America forever.
for sure.
I mean, fuck. When hockey was popular on TV in the 80s and 90s, it was Don Cherry.
Yeah.
You know?
And let's not to mention he wore those suits with the big collars every night, dude. That couldn't have been comfortable.
Man.
Couldn't have been
No,
comfortable.
it was great. And, calling every hockey night in Canada Saturday night game for 40 years. It's nuts.
But he was an
It's
icon.
unreal. And
He's an icon.
I'm sad he's out of the game. I'm sad that, it went down the way it did. But this guy,
Yeah.
it doesn't change that he pioneered television, hockey television. And he's a patriot, a passionate fucking patriot.
I don't know if there's anyone in my lifetime.
Look at this bullshit we're dealing with.
This is a statement. And I don't want to take any disrespect away from like military guys because they're at another level. They're the actual heroes. But I don't know if anyone made me more proud to be Canadian than Don Cherry. Like he made me. Yeah, we're the best, folks. Remember you win a World Juniors and he would show the Hockey Night Canada, the boys singing with the and he would just say at the end, "We're the best, folks." And he'd always say, "Wear your poppy," and thank the military. And anytime somebody died in the line of duty in the Canadian military, Graves would put him on Hockey Night Coach's Corner. They'd be like, "Look at this good-looking guy." Like he was what it was to be a Canadian.
Yeah.
Right? And did he say some stuff that was like, whatever? Probably. We all do. But man, he was so proud to be Canadian. And we don't have that anymore, guys. We don't have that. We don't have it. I'll be honest.
Fuck no.
No.
No one cares.
I used to be so proud to be Canadian.
No one cares.
And I don't
Sad.
I don't even know if I am proud.
I got Beckham his Canadian birth certificate right now. He's got, and both my kids now Canadian citizens. What I had to go through hoops to get it. Now they're just trying to give everyone and anyone just,
When's the last time you've been home? Newfoundland.
Yeah, what's new?
When's the last time you've been like to Fort Mac or it's been a while? Right? Like, listen, when I go home,
Fort Mac and
you were just in
4
Toronto.
years.
When I go home, and maybe this is just me because maybe I'm a little bitter, but it doesn't feel like it used to. It doesn't feel like Canada anymore. Like it just doesn't have that, like, I don't know.
Oh, I get you,
man.
I get you.
And Grapes was the most proud Canadian guy in the planet.
I had a chance in my draft year. He interviewed me, Rick Nash, Baumeister, Loops, Ryan Whitney. He brought us all down to Carolina for that final, and he did this thing up in the crowd with us. Had the microphone and went through, and he had the 6 suit on and asked us who our favorite player was and where we're from, right? And then that to me, I was, I'm starstruck, and I'm sitting there at a fucking Red Wings, Carolina Hurricanes, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final, and with Don Cherry, and I'm like, what better moment to be, a Canadian fucking top 10 draft pick than to be right here with Graves. It was awesome.
I mean, yeah, to be in that situation, you know how many kids in the CHL would get their, like, I couldn't even imagine, like, it was so good.
It was all time.
Yes, he should be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. He's an absolute beauty. Graves, we miss you. He just turned 90 years old. Bugsy, attaboy, good question here. I'm going to read one more here, Updogg, because this is just great stuff here. It is from Instagram. It's at Jared Rush 5, Rushy. Where did the term full up dog come from? And where did Uppy first learn to go full up?
Do you want to take this?
Dog.
You can never go full up dog.
Full up dog came about for me is when Uppy first moved out here, and it was just we were living the dream. We were just going. We were single. We were playing the show. my life was perfect. And, I think it was maybe one of the boys, DeMarco or Pico or Stu Cat. It might have been Stu Cat. Updogg, it was a Memorial Day weekend or a long weekend, and it just, Uppy was still going on the last day, and somebody just said, oh, he's going full Updogg, boys. Look out. Headstands, tarp off. And then we started moving into, you can never go full Updogg. Don't go full Updogg. But that,
Not many guys can.
full Updogg is just like giving it all weekend, being the life of the party, just going, and you just went full Updogg.
Yeah, no, you're right. And you got to take pride in it because it's when you're in that mode, in the zone, in the flow state, I don't know. I just felt like I was my best self.
Yeah.
And that's full Updogg. But
Full
many guys can go full Updogg.
No.
Because they go over the edge, or they might not, make a fool out of themselves, or they hurt themselves. But that was right where I was in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, no, that's a great point because throughout the time of Loops' parties that we used to have, right, some guys would, hey, I'm going to come to the party, and they would try to go full Updogg, and then they get too wasted or fall down. I have to pick them up and throw them out of the party. We're like, oh, what happened? I'm like, that guy tried to go full Updogg. He done.
Yeah.
He's done.
Gone.
He's gone.
He tried it in one swing too many.
Yeah, so it takes a certain breed to go full Updogg. But I think once you started doing the headstands,
Yeah.
that was when it was full Updogg.
Yeah. I'm sure at one point I'm going to feel the aftermath of that as I get older. The neck or the back. But
I think you're probably past that. I haven't seen you do a headstand since probably Izzy's been born.
no, I've been doing them.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I did one. I did one on Tommy and Stace's boat. Like, this is probably not too long ago, probably like last summer.
Okay.
And what's his nuts? Bobby Slavin, Bobby. He fucking pushed me like right into the to TV. It was like so offside.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. He was all pinned, and I'm like, buddy, I had to look at him. Like, he's from St. Louis. You see,
yeah.
Bobby.
Yes.
So he,
what?
yeah,
Yeah.
pushes me. I go, what the fuck, man? And everyone's like, whoa.
Pushed you, eh?
Yeah, I was upside down. He fucking give me the old fucking. I think he was.
See,
But he
listen,
couldn't go full.
I like Bobby. I don't know him as well as you do, but I think he's a nice guy. He talks a lot sometimes, but probably all do. I remember you doing them, and I would be there to support you just in case you went down, right?
Yeah.
You used to do them.
I'll tell you about a moving.
Updogg used to do them at the tables in the clubs, too. So I was, A, worried about Updogg, and B, I'm like,
That's for my grandmother.
he better not kick over that bottle of tequila and vodka that we're paying
My
for.
grandma Joan, my dad's dad, she did fucking headstands. I didn't know that, but now that my aunts see them, because I had this uppy upside down hashtag on Instagram where I was doing headstands all over the world. I did it on the Great Wall of China. I did it in Ibiza. I've done it in Mykonos, like up on top of these rocks. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
If I fall and fuck. But I would do it just because it's a story, and I'd be all, feeling good.
All
And
stewed up.
so I have this uppy upside down hashtag, and then, it would become more of a challenge.
Yeah.
Just when I'm drunk to see where I could do it and get a picture.
Yeah, I know you're putting up some good numbers with the headstands. I would just say, like, be careful going full Updogg. Like, if you can do it, embrace it, but don't try to keep up with them. And now I have a saying. I used to say you got upshot, right? I remember I saw Kyle down in Mexico City for the fights, and he was talking about the round of golf he played with the Great One. He's like, fuck, Holmes. He's like, I was so mad at myself. I stayed out till 6 o'clock in the morning, and I show up there, and I'm still fucking drunk. I go, first of all, don't try to keep up with Upshaw when it comes to drinking and playing golf. Like, do not try. He'll bury you every time. And I'm like, you got Upshaw, bud. You try to keep up with Uppy, and don't be mad at yourself. It's just learn from it. Don't try to go full Updogg with him because you're going to get worked. And he'll be on the golf course for fucking thousands of dollars.
So just to touch on this, I did one in Vancouver on the pier. I got one here that's in Turkey at this Hotel Sophia. I probably got to get thrown in jail for that one. I got one here in Nantucket on Memorial Day, or that was July.
Yeah, that was at Steve McLaughlin's pad.
Yeah. And then I got one here on the Great Wall of China.
Wow. China.
It's pretty sick.
It's pretty sick.
Great Wall of China, right there.
Would you ever go back to China now, though?
Look, man, I don't know.
I have no desire to go to China.
Yeah.
I go to Japan. You ever been to Japan?
Have I ever been to Japan? I've never actually been to Japan.
Yeah, I would go to Japan.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. I saw some on social media about how they raise these children in Japan. Like, they don't even do a test in school till like they're like 10 years old or even older like that. But the way they teach them how, like,
Voter skills?
yeah, and manners and to, be polite, and it's crazy.
There's a great show on Apple Plus called it's like the youth watching these kids grow from like birth to like 5, and all different cultures, and then you have them growing up like on these islands in like the Guatemalas, and then you have these kids in Japan, and they at like a young age, right as they start walking, for a full like 12 hours, they put these kids out on the street, walk around the fucking streets of Tokyo. Yes, but everyone knows that this is part of their heritage, so they kind of look after the kid. Yes, they kind of see the kid walking around, and and the kid goes to the bakery, and then goes across the street to the mail fucking box, and to comprehend that at like Beckham's age, watching him walk around and can't speak, but everyone in culture like realizing, oh, this is his tour of duty.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild,
super cool. And same as when I was in Mexico City, man. Like I was just so impressed by how everyone kept the city so clean. You see guys at all these stores are out there scrubbing their street and like they take pride in the way their city looks.
Totally.
We've lost that in the States.
I don't know if we ever had it. Do we ever have that?
I don't know if we had it.
I haven't been here long enough.
We keep our places neat, tidy.
No, I know. Well,
Think about how much it's changed up in the time we've been here. If me and you jumped in the Sprinter van and went up to LA right now, I mean, it would just... I
know the LA was always kind of grungy to me.
No, but not Hollywood.
Yeah, I know it was. Right? I mean, not the places we were going. Soho House.
I was blinded by the...
No one's pissing on the floors at Soho House.
I was blinded by the 50 girls at the table.
But that's still... I still think you find that.
I don't know.
Huh? You'll find the 50.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not like
they're still there.
Prime?
I think you will, but keep your head high.
All right, Kyle, Morgan, let's finish with one last call here on Curfew Calls.
Fellas, Barry calling from Winnipeg again. Yes, I am the fella in the room that's convincing the guys not to go home to the old lady and have another blue light. There's at least a few more blue lights here that need to disappear. You guys have posted about Rick Rypien. I've been meaning to call in and ask for stories on Rick Rypien, as Obes for sure played with him in Vancouver. Was cheering him on during the days we didn't have the Jets, with the Moose connection with the Canucks. And anything you can say about Rick? I've played in the charity events, Project 11, Mike Keane Charity Classic here in Winnipeg, fundraiser for Project 11, which is great. And so lots of connections between Vancouver and Winnipeg. And while the Jets were gone, Vancouver was a lot of guys' teams here. So, Obes, you got a lot of fans in Winnipeg, Betty. Anything else you guys want to share would be great. Doing a great job. Keep it up. Rest in peace, Jimmy Scoops Hayes.
Barry, thanks for the call, fella. Stay warm up there in the Peg. I almost ended up being a Manitoba Moose. So they put me on waivers after my second year in Vancouver. Cleared waivers.
Really?
Cleared waivers.
Who did, AV?
Mike Gillis put me on it, yeah. I knew I was done because they brought in Andrew Alberts. Andrew Alberts and Aaron Rome combined were making less.
Then you signed in where? Denver?
No, I signed with the Canucks. They qualified me at 2 bananas.
But they were putting you down the money.
So they brought in Keith Ballard. Thank God they qualified me, actually. Looking back, that was good. 2 bananas. That was nice. But anyway, so they bring in Andrew Alberts and Aaron Rome, and those guys combined were making less than me. Romer was making $750, and Alberts was making $1 million.
Totally.
So I'm like, I'm fine.
I play with Alberts.
That's when AV pulled me aside about halfway through training camp, right before the morning skate in GM Place. And he's like, oh, Screen. Yeah, you blew it last night. What the fuck does this guy want now? He's like, hey, I know usually the exhibition games, you guys want to, you're just trying to get ready for the season as a veteran guy, and you just kind of get the body going and this and that. But if I was you, I would take these games a little bit more seriously. And I was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? He goes, I'm just telling you, like,
Yeah.
You
can appreciate it.
Yeah, he's like, I would take these. I'm going to play a lot, and I'm like, well, okay. So I call him Angel. I'm like, hey, I'm done here. AB just tipped his hand to me. So all these teams you've been telling me, Larry Kelly, that want me, let's fucking go here. So sure enough, waivers, Murph's like, you're on waivers. I'm like, I figured it was coming. Clear waivers. Call my agent right then, Larry Kelly. I go, you're fired. He's like, what? I'm like, you're fucking fired, bud. Why would you tell me all these teams wanted me over these couple of years? Why wouldn't you just be honest with me and say, hey, no one's going to take you at what you're making. This is where you're at. And I don't know if it would have changed anything of what I would have done, but don't lie to me. So I fire him. Now I'm in limbo. So now I'm on a little 2-day bender because I got nothing to do in Vancouver. I'm thinking, here we go. So now I'm like, actually, I didn't fire my agent right away because I had to find out when I was going to the minors or whatever, right? So he's like, you cleared waivers, but they haven't sent you down yet. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? He's like, I don't know. I haven't really seen this. Calls me back again. And he's like, Mike Gillis just called me, and he did say that if you go down to Winnipeg and you're partying and taking these kids out, that he'll buy you out. Or I'm like, tell Mike to lick my balls. Like, Then Darcy Hornacek calls me because Horty's on waivers too, and Horty's like, hey, I just had a call from Barry Trotz and Dave Poyle and Peter Hornacek. They're going to make a trade for you, blah, 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 this and that. He's like, I went to bat for you. I was like, oh, yeah. So then I got traded, but then I had to wait, Updogg, almost a week. I had to wait for my visa. So I was practicing with the Vancouver Giants, Don Hay. Shout out to Don Hay.
Yeah.
Unbelievable guy.
Yeah.
I was so happy in that junior gesture with these kids. Left my gear in there.
Don Hay's still a Blazer.
Yeah. I loved it. When I left those boys, I don't know, I threw them some mug. I go put this in the fine fun for the boys or whatever. And it was a great time, but I was on like a week bender in Vancouver. So I come into Nashville, I kind of, but yeah, so I thought I was going to go to Manitoba. Rick Rypien, listen, Barry, Ripper, we've talked up here about, what's going on with the NHLPA now and how great they're doing with these kids, but Ripper was battling it. I remember living at the Sutton Place Hotel when I first got traded there, and we come home from practice, and he'd have the do not disturb on his door all day, every day. Left the team, came back. Our second year, I really thought Ripper turned the corner, man. I really did. I hung out with him a lot. He was being social. He was coming out. He was fighting everyone, scoring. And then obviously it ended up the way it did. But I love Rick Rypien. One of the pound-for-pound tough
guys. Buddy,
he used to put his hands up like that. And
like to take anything here, but feed down the pipe.
Gold glove boxer, man. Gold glove boxer.
Yeah, wow. Sick.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he was a great player.
Great player. Yeah. Fight these big boys. He fought Sutsy. He fought Hal Gill, I think. He's got, 6'8" mute. And the Ripper is a good player, too, man. Especially come playoff time, he was unbelievable. So, yeah, Ripper, miss you, buddy. Barry, thank you for the call. Updogg, I love doing these curfew calls with you guys. Morgan, Kyle, great job back there. Princey, thanks for doing it. Fellas, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did bringing it to you. That was Curfew Calls.
Fellas.